Welcome to JasonWhiskyWise. Myself, Jason, today bringing you whiskey review into the Talisker 30-year-old. So this is a sample I actually bought when I was in Scotland at the Clynelish distillery, and I paid £55 for this. Not even a dram, it was a 25ml pour. Very expensive. But we're going to critique the Talisker 30. If you are new to my channel, be also sure to hit the subscribe button, which I'll leave down below. Flick the bell so you can stay up to date with all my latest content, and also give it a like if you do enjoy the content, as it does help the channel out greatly. Now also, if you haven't missed any other whiskey reviews in the Talisker range that I've done so far, I'll leave a link to it in the top over here to the playlist. Go and check it out and check out some reviews. I'm joined by Mr. Bananas, who is back and allowed to drink. He is cleared by me. I'm the whiskey doctor in that sense. So he is going to be sniffing and enjoying our whiskies along the way. He's my sidekick and mascot, and you'll probably see him on my emblem. So, Talisker 30 is the second top of the range from the Talisker distillery. The most expensive one being a 35, but it's sold out almost everywhere. You cannot even get a sample of a dram because I could not afford it. It was around about, I think, £100 for a dram. Crazy. But Talisker 30 in our range is the top of the range. It's bottled at 45.8%. Cask selection must be a combination of European and also American oak casks. The actual distillery itself is a Talisker distillery, and we'll be paying them a visit very soon, within the next 2 months. So stay tuned if you are new, as you will join us on that journey. I'll do a live stream or something. So up over here, you'll see that they're owned by Diageo, the parent company, and they're located in the Isle of Skye in Scotland. So it's pretty much a bit north, and it's part of the islands category in terms of whiskey producing regions. Now, in terms of the overall price on that bottle over there, you're looking at approximately £350, which is, it's a lot of money for one bottle. In terms of exclusivity, is it exclusive? Yes, it is. And it is exclusive to, I believe, 3,700 and I think 38 bottles only in that batch, and I think it was part of the 2013 release, so was very limited. In terms of caramel colouring, it's difficult to say because it's bottled at 45.8, but some places say yes, some places do say no. I'm just observing the legs, and blimey, this has got some really slow legs, barely even trickling down the glass, which is a sight to see. So, we'll begin by assessing the nose of the whiskey. Into the nose. Instantly, you're greeted by a further smoothness, softer and rounder character than the 25. Those 5 years have done a huge difference, but in terms of the overall flavour profile, you are greeted up front with quite a vibrant citrus character. It's much more fruitier, almost like orange sherbet. A bit of candied lime peel. Maybe even a bit of lime juice in the mix. It's not as sort of tarty. There is a little bit of like a honey note, but like a heathered honey. It's like sort of herbal honey. And then you're following this one up now with a bit of raisins, but maybe apple and raisin strudel. I ate one of those a few days back, so that's ringing memories. And then there's a slight sort of musky character, which is just sort of holding itself there, almost like you've sort of sat in the dunnage where it's maturing. You could smell that sort of sweetness and that whiff in the air. And there's even a little bit of a darker fruit in the background. I think it's personally dark plum. I don't know the full name of this type of dark plum, but I grow it in my garden. And it smells like that, the full plum, the skins, the actual insides. Quite tarty, but at the same time, where there's tannin note. Let's get into the palate next. Slanger. Whoa, so just when you think the flavors couldn't get any more incredible than the Talisker 25, the 30 is full of flavour, even more flavour than the 25, dare I say it. It does start out very creamy and viscous as you hold it all around the palate, let it just sort of coat almost every single taste bud. It starts out salty, but not on heavy salt. I was going to say a salted caramel, but then I changed my mind and it swerved into a chocolate brownie that's been coated with a little sprinkle of sea salt, giving you that little combination of sweetness and salty character. You then further it down, and as along the lines you get a bit of that fruitier flavour, conference pears, a bit of apple, honeyed sultanas. It just keeps going and going. a bit of even, this is going to be sounding a bit interesting, but it's like sour cream with a bit of chives in the mix as well, giving a slight herbal character. I'm going to have a second sip. That keeps going. Blimey. From the second sip, the chives are so much more, they're much more fuller, bigger pieces of chives where you can actually chew and you get that herbal character coming through. It's almost like you've taken this sour cream and chives and you've got it on the side of a nice, softly smoked rainbow trout fillet. And I will take you guys fly fishing as well, because it's one of my hobbies that I really enjoy. But following from that, now you get the spices on the back end, and it gives you that heat, that sort of peppery spice, not black pepper, white pepper. It does give you that little bit of chili, sort of that chili warmth. And then a little bit of candied ginger, adding a sort of more aromas around the palate and just giving you a much more uplifting character in the spices, making you feel a little bit warmer. Wow, that is an intense whiskey. So let's get into the finish. Wow, I'm into the finish. So now into the finish of this whiskey. I was really holding it there and just trying to see how these flavors play out, because I'm really trying to compare it to the 25 to give an adequate review on the 30. There is quite a solid dryness which keeps going throughout, but it's sort of complemented with a nice sweetness coming from that character of sultanas and a mixture of dry fruit. But this is not dark dry fruit, but light dry fruit. As if you're chewing on them and you're getting all these flavors. Like you can actually chew, you can feel it in the jawline. The flavors just keep developing. There's a little bit of a coastal breeze. Started in the beginning. It's completely faded and it's more fruitier now, but with a little, I'd say it's developing as I keep it longer. An oaky presence, that cedar wood. You can really tell the age. And I'm going to go straight into my rating for this one, which is going to be a 94. I was actually going to give it lower than the 25 because when I tried them the first time, I thought the 25 had a little edge over the 30. However, after a second time and a third time tasting it, I can see why the 30 has just got that little step over. In terms of overall opinion, flavors are absolutely incredible. The way in which they all marry all these different flavors together. However, and this is the however, the price point at £350 for me is above what I would want to pay for a 30-year-old whiskey. So for me, I think the price is a bit too high. But overall, the flavor profile on this one is stunning, and it's just incredible how it wraps itself around. Mr. Bananas enjoyed it, so even though he had a small sip, he's probably going to finish this off. But really great flavor profile. Just a bit questionable on the price, and if it does have caramel color, but I can imagine it being minimal at 30 years old. So let me know your thoughts on the Talisker 30 if you've tried it. Let me know your opinion if you tried any of the whiskies from the Talisker range. Which is your favorite and why? And on that note, I'm going to wrap the video at that. If you have enjoyed, a thumbs up is always appreciated. Be also sure to hit some other videos on the screen, and also be sure to check the subscribe button if you're new to my channel, as we are approaching 1,000 subscribers at this point in time. So thank you very much, guys. Thank you for watching. I've been JasonWhiskyWise, Mr. Bananas, and we'll catch you all for another video. Slàinte.